Hello, everyone. Welcome to Business Basics. My name is Nicole Ross, and I will be your facilitator for this course. In today's course, we're going to go over the top reasons to start your own business. Number one is going to be, of course, to follow your dreams. 2, financial independence. 3, tax benefits. And 4, control your time. A little bit about myself. My name is, again, Dr. Nicole Ross, and I am the founder and CEO of New Perspective Consulting Services. It is an honor for me to partner with the Pinellas County Urban League as I go over this course with you. I get frequently asked about, well, should I start a business? If I should start a business, people don't know if it's going to be beneficial to them. They don't know if it's even worth it to them. So hopefully, if you're one of those people, this course will help you to be able to break down all the information that you need to say yay or nay, okay? Again, a little bit about myself, though. I am the founder of New Perspective. We have more than 10 years experience with business management, business creation. We specialize in startup corporations, small businesses, and of course, nonprofit organizations. We provide owners, founders, managers, and CEOs with collaborative support, strategy, planning, and implementation services across various industries. Most of all of our starting projects have led to growth and multi-year relationships and engagement. So trust and believe you are in the right hands. Let's talk about the first bullet point here. We have follow your dreams. Starting a business is a great opportunity for you to do just that. Follow your dreams. I know for me personally, my family, we have several businesses, and all of them have come from us just pursuing what we love to do. So following your dreams is so important, and it allows you, as they say, if you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life. And so following your dreams kind of positions you to do something that you love and you get paid for it. So it's no greater feeling to do that. If you don't chase your dreams, you'll end up working for someone who did, right? Because if you're not following after your own dreams, then now you're going to work and I am not in any way knocking anybody who has a 9-to-5, because I've had several, but you're essentially helping someone else build what their dreams are when you do that, okay? And if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. What do I mean by that? That means that it's okay to dream big, because a dream is something, it gives you a goal, it gives you something to pursue after, it gives you something to, like, once you get to that dream, you feel so amazing because it was huge, all right? And if you keep chasing your dreams, one day you'll catch them. Like I just said, if your dreams aren't big enough, okay, then if it doesn't scare you, then it's not big enough. But guess what? When you keep chasing after them, you're gonna catch it one day. It's inevitable, okay? You can do anything, just get up and do it. Follow your dreams. Many entrepreneurs start their own business to follow their dreams and fulfill their passion. Following your dreams will fulfill you in a way that working for someone else may not do. You are in charge of creating your business from the ground up so you can shape your company to be something you're proud of and that you may even be able to pass on to your children as a legacy. Why is this important? This is so important because we always talk about generational wealth. We always talk about leaving a legacy, or business and entrepreneurship is a way for you to do just that, following your dreams. When you're working for someone else, it can be tough to find the motivation to do the best possible work. No matter how much work you put in, the owners of the company will get the ultimate rewards, right? Because guess what? You'll always be an employee. So no matter how great your employer is, you're always going to be working for someone else. You're always going to be pursuing, helping them to build their dream. You're always going to be in a situation where you're helping to someone else to further kind of advance their agenda, okay? When you're your own boss, you'll find motivation at work every single day. Why? Because it just feels good. It feels different when you work for yourself. When you work for yourself, you might get exhausted. You might even feel overwhelmed at times, but it's an amazing feeling knowing that you are your own boss. Following your dreams is exciting, and you're in control of your own success, okay? You basically determine how successful you are or how unsuccessful you are. The day-to-day vitality of your business depends on you. So you'll be driven to make each day as productive as you can. When you work for yourself, you're more motivated. Okay, you are more focused. You should be anyway. And you almost, when you do it, when you hear people say, I'm doing this because I have no other choice. So when you're working for yourself and you need to eat and you need a roof over your head and you have children to feed, you're going to be much more driven. Okay, you'll know that your own hard work and drive will help you reap the rewards, and that'll keep the fire burning in your belly to make each day count. Again, like I just said, when you're working for yourself, it just feels different. Like I said, it's not. I'm not telling you that it's easy. It can absolutely be hard work. But when you're doing it for you, when you're doing it for your family, when you're doing it for your bloodline and for generations to come after you, it's still an amazing thing. Part of running your own business is learning to wear a lot of different hats, especially early on. You'll have to pick up a lot of new skills, okay, from HR decisions to inventory management to customer service. What do I mean by HR decisions? Depending on what kind of industry you're in, you might have to hire people. You might have to hire people, either one to work with you personally to get jobs done, or you might have to have people that you hire that go out and do jobs for you. Again, depending on what type of industry you're in. That's human resources. If you hire people, that means you have to be able to set up payroll. You have to do, employee interviews when you're hiring, bringing them on. It's a lot of different aspects of that. If you offer benefits to your employees, you have to make sure that you have a good company that you're going through to provide that. So it can be a lot, that you have to kind of learn as you go along the way. Again, inventory management. So if you have products that you sell, you have to manage your inventory. Okay. And then of course, customer service. No matter what you do, whether you are in the service industry or you have products that you sell, you always have to make sure that your customer service is top notch. You always have to make sure that your customers, your clients, your patients, whoever you're working with, they're receiving the best customer service experience when they work with you, when they come to your company. Okay. You'll soon become a pro in your own industry, as well as a pro at a variety of new skills you'll learn on the job. As your business develops, you'll continue to pick up new knowledge and abilities. You'll know how every tiny aspect of your operation works. You can't get that kind of experience anywhere else. So when you follow your dreams and you start a business, you now get the opportunity to see, like I said, you have HR, you have marketing, you have accounting, you have inventory management, you have customer service. When you get the opportunity to kind of get your hands into all of those things, like it gives you a greater understanding of how to run the business as a whole. But the great thing with all of those different parts of running a business is that as your business grows, as it says, as your business grows, you may opt to continue manning the helm for those tasks you enjoy, whether that's the graphic design or accounting, but you can also outsource those tasks that you may not like so much. Okay, you can turn those skills to new tasks. You may even want to start another business, but my thing is I want to go back to that outsourcing, because being able to outsource is something that I encourage all of the entrepreneurs that I work with, because especially if you're a sole proprietorship, if you're a one-man show, it's just you and your business, I encourage you to outsource, because you can only do, I'd rather you focus on those areas that you thrive in and that you do really well in, versus you kind of trying to do a little bit of everything and you're kind of, dibbling, dabbling, doing an okay job at certain things. So for example, you might be excellent at making cakes. You might have figured out behind the scenes, okay, I got my accounting system together. I got, the systems together for me when I'm making the cakes for people to order the cakes. My website is good. But what you need help is, what something that you might need help with is marketing. You might say, oh my gosh, I have all these great cakes, but I don't have time to take pictures. I don't have time to, put them on a social media website. So now my recommendation for you is going to be, let's outsource it. Let's get somebody who specializes in marketing to cover that area for you, so you don't have to worry about doing that part. So that's just one of the examples of, you know, what you can do when it comes to outsourcing. Financial independence. Financial independence is another amazing thing that can come from owning your own business, okay? If you're not financially independent by the time you are 40 or 50, it doesn't mean that you are living in the wrong country or at the wrong time. It simply means that you have the wrong plan. And I know that for everybody is different when it comes to finances, but you have to understand there should come a time in your life where you can say, you know, I am financially independent, where you have a structure set up for your finances. And I'm not just talking about a budget, okay? Where you have a structure set up for your finances, where you're able to do some of the things that you not only need to do, but that you want to do. Those are the type of things that I'm talking about. And again, you gain that experience, you know, that financial independence. That is a huge benefit that comes also with entrepreneurship. Many people commit to starting a business with the dream of financial comfort. While it's true that getting your company off the ground can take grit and result in some lean times while you're getting started, the ultimate goal of being your own boss is cultivating financial independence. With determination and hard work, there's no cap on how lucrative your business can be. If you aspire to build wealth, there's no reason why you can't achieve that goal. So when you're working for yourself, you know, obviously we talked about following your dreams and how important that is, but I also want you to understand that as you follow your dreams, again, bills still have to be paid. You still need a roof over your head. You still have to eat. So you have to have financial goals for yourself. It's like you start a business. Yeah, I love what I do, but I also need to make money. So you want to give yourself financial, you know, goals to strive for with your business. And as you do that, again, as your business grows, you'll be able to come up with new ways for you to generate more revenue. You'll come up with new ideas and you know, be able to build from there. And that's how you develop financial independence. Starting your own business has several financial benefits over working for a wage or salary. First, you're building an enterprise that has the potential for growth, and your wallet grows as your company does. That's exactly what I just said. Basically, as your business grows, you never want to get into a space to where you're complacent. You always want to give yourself something to strive for. So as you're successful, now when you first start, you might have to put in, you know, you might have to put in more money, and you might not see as big a return on the money that you put in. But again, as you grow, as you begin to make more money, your company is going to grow and your wallet is going to grow. You're going to have more money coming in. You're going to have more ideas and new concepts. And so you're going to have more funds coming in, and that's going to help you, again, financial independence. Okay. Second, your business itself is a valuable asset. As your business grows, it's worth more and more. You may decide to sell it, or you may hold it on to it and pass it down to your heirs. You cannot pass down your job to your children. Okay. So much in that little part right there. As your business grows, it becomes an asset. So what's to say you start a business, you get it established, you're making good money, and one day you just feel like this is too much, I don't want to do it anymore. That's fine. You can now, because you have an established corporation, you can now sell it. Okay. So again, financial independence. You had a business, you had a lucrative business, it grew, it did well. Now you sold it. Now you have that money in your pocket as well. Or, okay, something, you know, God forbid something happens, or at the end of the day, we all, as we grow older, you know, it's inevitable that we're going to die one day. So when you die, now you have children or nieces and nephews or godchildren or cousins or anybody. If you pass away, then now the business doesn't have to dissolve. The business can now, especially the business that's being lucrative and doing well, it doesn't have to close. Now you can pass that down to your bloodline. You can pass that down to generations to come after you. Okay, you can't do that if you're going to work on somebody's job every day, 9 to 5. I guarantee you, the moment you're dying, they may send some flowers to your funeral, but they're going to also be putting out an opening saying this person's position is now open, it needs to be filled. When you have your own business though, you can pass that down. So if you think about, I want you to think about a company like Ford. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Ford Motor Company. Back in what, 1908 or whenever they started Ford Motor Company, I was looking at an interview just yesterday on the news with like the great grandson of the gentleman who started the Ford Motor Company. And guess what? He is now running Ford. So the opportunity to pass down your company to your heirs, I really want you to understand the significance in that. So if you're thinking about starting a business, or if you're thinking about what is something that I can leave behind for my family members, a business is something that you can leave behind. A business is a way for you to leave a legacy, because when they see that business, they'll know this is something that my grandmother or my great grandmother started, or my grandfather, my great grandfather started, and it's carried on for generations and generations and generations to come. So this is how you gain financial independence. Another reason to start your own business, tax benefits. Okay. Starting and running your own small business can be an exciting time in your career path. Not only can starting a small business benefit you personally, but it can also benefit you financially. Small businesses afford its owners several tax benefits to help you reduce your tax liability on an annual basis. So many benefits tax-wise when it comes to starting your business. And that's whether you have a brick and mortar location, okay? Brick and mortar meaning you're renting out an office space, you buy a building, but then there's also benefits. And even if you have a home-based business, there are lots of tax benefits, tax write-offs that you get as a business owner. Starting your own business takes funding, and it may take some time to turn a profit, but you can start taking advantage of some substantial tax breaks right off the bat. Government programs support small business entrepreneurship and seek to reward these endeavors with impressive tax incentives. You'll want to work with a financial planner and an accountant to make sure you're setting up your business in a way that will allow you to get the benefits of these government programs. There are also a variety of programs aimed specifically at businesses started by women and minorities. So you may be able to get grant funding and other benefits to get your business off the ground, okay? I'm going to encourage you, again, if you're thinking about starting a business, to do your research with this, all right? Don't just take my word for it, look it up. Go to the IRS website, contact the IRS. You can call them, they have a contact us link. You can email them, try to contact the IRS and see if you can get more information about, hey, I'm thinking about starting my own business. What are some of the tax benefits? Or just let them know you want to know, what you can and cannot write off, and they'll give you all that information. Okay. Not only contact the IRS, but also contact a CPA. A certified public accountant, somebody who specializes in this, somebody who this is what they do, contact them and see what they have to say or what advice that they can give you when it comes to business ownership and how, the tax benefits, how that may help you as a business owner. So definitely contact them for that. But there are many tax benefits. I've spoken to people, various industries, and they've said how after they started their business, they actually saw more in tax refund than they had prior to when they were working for someone else. So, that's just some of the feedback that I've gotten. But I know, again, as an entrepreneur myself, that there are many, many benefits when it comes to owning your business, tax benefits that comes along with that. This to me, control your time. This to me is probably one of the best benefits of entrepreneurship. There are many, but I put this one on here last because I understand the value in time, okay? And I want to help you understand the value in your time, because the beautiful thing is that once it's gone, you never get it back. So when you realize that, you get to, if you got to put a dollar amount on it, you kind of begin to that dollar amount fluctuates, or it should, when you know your worth, because again, once that time is gone, you can't get it back. Time is more valuable than money, okay? You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. Maybe you've spent years in the corporate world and you feel, ready to turn over a new leaf after years of reporting to a superior. Again, we've all been there. I completely understand that. Worked in different corporations before, and I understand that. But starting your own business can give you a more flexible lifestyle, okay, and schedule, so you don't feel like you're running in circles on that corporate hamster wheel. Who wants to run in circles on the corporate hamster wheel? Who wants to keep going around and around and around and around and fighting for a promotion, mad because you didn't get it this time, we'll come back to you next year. Again, time. That's no way to live. You can opt to schedule meetings around your family schedule, or you can opt to work from home when you have your own business, that is. The sky's the limit when you're the boss. You still have to get the work done, but nobody's looking over your shoulder, making sure you do it their way on their time. Here's where the light bulb went off for me with this is when I had my oldest daughter. I then began, it's almost like, again, a light bulb went off. I didn't want to miss certain things in her life. And so for me, it was important to find something to manage my time to where I can be present in my children's lives, because that time, once it's gone, as we all know, children grow up so quickly. And as that time goes, I'll never be able to get it back. So I had to figure out a way to position myself so that I'm not on someone else's time, but I can be on my own time. I need to be able to maneuver my day, okay, whether it's my business or whatever I have going on around my children, so that I can make sure that I am present in their lives and I'm available for them, to see them grow up, to answer any questions, to have an influence in their life, and not so much me be on someone else's job, giving them my time that I should be giving to my household. So that was my light bulb. But for everybody else, it can be whatever that is, whatever thing for you makes you feel like my time is valuable. I would much rather spend my time doing XYZ than being on their clock. Once you get to that space, then you can begin to make different decisions and different choices as it relates to whether or not you should start a business. Okay. Because again, for me, it was like, I just wasn't willing to sacrifice, that time for money, a little bit of money at that, versus me being with my family. But you have to find that thing, because again, you can always get more money, always. But what you cannot get more of is time. Starting a business is hard work, and that flexible schedule may not happen right away. Even if you're working long hours, however, you know that you're doing it for yourself and your family, and not for a distant boss or shareholder, okay? So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. As a business owner, it will absolutely require your time, okay? It will absolutely require time. But what it will also do is it will give you the opportunity to set your schedule so much so that, like, for example, if you sell products, if you have products, you sell t-shirts, okay? And you're doing a phenomenal job selling t-shirts, but you have a family, you want to run your household. Guess what? As the orders come in, if you got to stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning after you put your kids to sleep to package all those orders and get them to the post office the next day, then you can do that. If you're working on someone else's job, though, you have a set schedule. You have to be in at 7 o'clock in the morning and you can leave at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So you don't have that flexibility to maneuver and say, okay, I have 100 orders right here that I have to put together. I can work on that a little bit later, or I can do it after dinner, or after I get everybody down. You don't have that opportunity. So having your own business, it gives you so much, so much more flexibility. Even as a service provider, okay, I'm a service provider and I have a set calendar. On that calendar, my time is certain times that I'm available. Now, obviously, if I want to make more money, I have to be available for more time. But for me, I understand the value in my time. So I make sure that's okay. Certain times, like when I got to get my children ready for school in the morning, I'm not taking any appointments between 8 and 9 a.m. You know, I'm not taking any appointments after 5 or 6 p.m. because I have to make sure that in those time spaces, I'm needed elsewhere. So there's so much flexibility in having your own business. It's really a great opportunity for you to control your time. Okay, this is your business. You make the rules. You're not restricted by the standards and procedures of your boss or corporate culture. You can offer a product or a service that fits your vision. You can also build your company according to your own ideas. Maybe you've thought of a way to make processes more efficient. Maybe you want to make sure your employees get fair wages and family leave time. Whatever problems you've encountered in the working world, you now have the opportunity, okay, to do something different with your own business. What do I mean by that? Take those negative experiences from the corporate world or from working for someone else, and now you kind of know with your own business, this is something that I want to do, or this is something that I don't want to do. I want to make sure that my employees, you know, their families come first. I want to make sure that my employees know that, you know, family is important. So you have to kind of set the tone for your business. And a lot of times a great way to do that is based on stuff that you, or you might have experienced something that you loved in the workplace. You know, you may have had great experiences in the corporate world that you're like, oh my gosh, this was great. So when I start my business, I'm going to make sure I do that same thing too. And that's fine. That's fine. But you want to make sure that you are controlling your time and you are, you know, doing so in a way that's beneficial to you. Again, this is your business. So you have to do what works best for you, for your family, for your, you know, your day-to-day activities. Only you know what kind of schedule you have. Many entrepreneurs say that once they've sampled the freedom of being their own boss and calling the shots at running their own company, they never want to work for someone else again. I can attest to that. That is absolutely factual for me. Everybody is different. I have seen people where, you know, they may start a business and because their business kind of struggles to get off the ground a little bit, they're ready to quit and go back to working for someone. And I understand because everyone's life is different. You may have to. But for me, I have to say that once I fully emerged into entrepreneurship, again, I have various businesses. I knew that this was the route for me. I knew that I wanted to make sure that I could continue to be home and spend this time with my family and making sure that my structure in my home is correct. So that's what inspired me to become an entrepreneur. Here are some frequently asked questions about entrepreneurship, okay? If I've never had a business before, is it possible for me to start one? Absolutely. Okay. Let me say that again. If I've never had a business before, is it impossible for me to start one? Absolutely not. I thought I was reading it as, is it possible for me to start one? It's very possible for you to start one. So it's not impossible is what I'm saying. There is a lot involved in starting a business, but it is certainly not impossible. I will say that again. There is a lot involved in starting a business, but it is certainly not impossible. Okay. As a business owner, do I have to figure everything out on my own? Absolutely not. That's why programs like the Serious Business Academy with the Pinellas County Urban League, that's why these programs are so important. You can connect with individuals who can help you. There are many different consultants, including myself, where we offer you the guidance and we give you the advice and we help you to push forward in your business so that you can be successful. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do it because I don't know what to do. Okay, so now connect with people who do know what to do so that they can help you. All right. So it's definitely not impossible for you to start one, even if you've never started a business before, and it's not impossible at all to do it. And you don't have to figure everything out on your own. I encourage you with the Serious Business Academy to take advantage of the opportunity in this academy because there are individuals who can help guide you in the right direction. Okay. So again, my name is Dr. Nicole Ross. I am the founder and CEO of New Perspective Consulting Services. If you are interested in starting your own business, after going over those 4 topics there, if you have decided, okay, I'm all in, I want to make this leap, Can you help me? I would love to help you. You can connect with me and my team at www.newpcs.org. I am also on social media, Dr. Nikki Ross, PhD. Connect with me, set up a consultation. Let me help you get started. Let me help answer those questions for you so that you can get your business off the ground and running. That is something that I thrive. I love helping new entrepreneurs. So I would love the opportunity to work with you and help you as well. Again, Dr. Nicole Ross here, partnering with the Pinellas County Urban League Serious Business Academy. Thank you so much for taking this course on business basics. What are the best reasons for starting a business? Have a great day.